how rapidly the human life is changing. From a kid, we are growing older, and from a mature person, we are becoming more older. This rapid change in human body, this rapid growth in ourselves is the harsh reality of life. On the contrary, if we compare ourselves to the natural objects, we will find that they are very stable, they are everlasting, they don't change with the passage of time. There is either very slight or none change at all in themselves. Well, this brings me to the poem that we are going to discuss today, a photograph which has been written by Shirley Tolson. Okay, so welcome you all to this online learning process, this virtual process where we all are here to give you the best of best experience to understand the new concept very properly. So today we will discuss a photograph which has been written by Shirley Tolson. Basically the theme revolves around the a very bubble short period of human life. Like we humans have approximate 66 and half years old. 66 and half years lifespan in India. And this lifespan is nothing if we compare ourselves to the lifespan of Himalayas. It was there as it was in our past, it was there, and likewise it was also here at present time. So students, have you noticed any change in the sea? Means if you have visited any seashore in your childhood, in class 5th, in class 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, is there any change? Not at all. If you go to the same place right now, there will be either no or none change at all in the sea. But look at yourselves. You are growing older day by day. So this is all the reality of life. Okay. So the poem that we are going to discuss, a photograph, is all about nostalgia. The poetess is Shirley Tolson, and she is looking at the photograph of her mother, and she is reminding the past of her mother and was very upset. The poem gives divided into 3 paragraphs. The first paragraph is all about the childhood of the poetess mother when she was 12 years old. The second paragraph is all about the adulthood, or we can say the middle ages of a mother when she was around 32 or 42 years old. And the last paragraph is all about after the death of the poetess. After the death of the poetess mother. So this is all that we are going to discuss today. In this poem, there is 2 main characters like Betty and Dolly along with her mother. Along with the poetess mother. Okay? And some words are there like paddling is there. Beside paddling there is transient and cardboard also. So let us begin the poem line by line. So what we find in the poem, the cardboard shows me how it was. The cardboard, actually what is cardboard? First we need to understand what is cardboard. What happened in the approximate 10 to 12 years before? 10 to 12 years ago, there was the period of cameras. We get hard copies of the photographs. Okay, you must have seen your father's photo, your mother's photo, your cousin's photo. Okay, so the cardboard means that photo that is pasted on a hard stuff. The poetess is looking at that cardboard and just reminding the time how it was. Here it refers to the time. The cardboard shows me how it was. Means by looking at that photographs, the poetess is reminding the time, how the time was when the 2 girl cousins went paddling. When the 2 girl cousins went paddling, each one holding one of my mother's hand. So there in the photograph, two girl cousins, and they were holding the hand of poetess mother. And she, the big girl, here big girl refers to the oldest. Among these two, okay, she was the oldest. Her mother was the oldest, some 12 years or so, approximate 12 years or so. Okay, now, and all three stood still. So as what happened when we are there for a photo pose? We gave a pose. Whenever we are for a photo shoot, we gave a pose. And in that pose, they were stood still. We stood like this, or like this, or like this, or any way in which way we want to give a pose. So they were standing still and looking at the camera. They were looking at the camera that their uncle was holding. They were looking at the camera through their hairs. As all three were females, they have long hairs. So all three were looking at the camera. The uncle was taking the photograph, and my mother, a sweet face, my mother that was. So in the photograph, as we know, that all person have a very sweet face, a very innocent face when we are a kid, when we are a child. Look at the small kids, they are looking very innocent. You are also very innocent, as we are much older than you. So from our point of view, you are also a kid and you are also looking very good, okay, very innocent. So a sweet face, my mother that was before I was born. So at that time, as the photograph was of the period when her mother was 12 years old. So that is why she is saying, at that time, a sweet face, my mother's, that was before I was born. So before the poet has taken birth, her mother's face was very sweet. Her mother's face was very sweet. When she was a kid, when she was a young female, at that time her face was very sweet, especially when she was a kid, at the age of 12. She is referring to the age of 12. Okay. And the sea which appears to have changed less, washed their terribly transient feet. Now first we need to understand two words. The one is the sea. Sea here refers to the everlasting nature. If we look at the sea, there is no change in its shape, in its quantity at all. Okay, if we look at Himalayas, there is no change at all in Himalayas. So nature is everlasting. Here sea refers to the everlasting nature. Okay, and transient feet refers to the mortal and growing men and women. Okay, so the sea which appears to have changed less, as sea is a natural object, it changes, it doesn't change at all, and it was washing their greatly unsteady feet. Okay, unsteady feet. Transient means unsteady, changeable, and terribly means greatly. Okay, now the second paragraph is all about when her mother is around 20 or 30, means 32 or 42 years old, as it is also written in the poem also, that some 20 or 30 years later. In the beginning, the poetess mother was of 12 years. Okay, the poetess mother was of 12 years in the beginning, and after 20 or 30 years, means she will be probably 32 or 42 years old. So when she was 32 or 42 years old, she was looking at that snapshot. She would look at that snapshot. She was looking at that particular photograph, and now the line "See Betty and Dolly," she would say, it is said by her mother. She would say, her mother would say, "See Betty and Dolly. Look how Betty and Dolly has dressed us on that particular day. How both bride with levered ease of loss." Here both refers to the poet as well as the photograph. Okay, and bride means sad. Both were sad. Both the poet and the photograph was sad with the levered ease of loss. Levered and ease, these are two opposite words which are put together I will explain later. It is oxymoron. Okay, so both are sad because they both have suffered a lot. Photograph and also the poet. Now she has been deadly nearly as many years as that girl lived. Now she has been dead. Now the poetess mother has been dead. And from how much time? Near about as many years as that girl lived. Means it has been near about 12 months. It has been near about 12 months of the poetess mother's death. And of these circumstances, there is nothing to say at all. It's silence, silence and silence. As time is the biggest healer of each and everything, time can reduce all the pain, all the suffering, all the miseries, all the diseases. Time is the biggest healer. So this 12 years period is more than sufficient to decrease all the pain, all the dilemma that was there in the mind of the poet, and then there is silence, silence and silence. So it's all about the poem. Now let us discuss some of the poetic devices that are used in it. In the beginning, the cardboard shows me how it was. Here personification is used as inanimate object has been described as a living thing. Cardboard is a inanimate object, lifeless object. It cannot show you anything. Okay, that's why personification. In the second, there is also in the fifth line, all three stood still. There is alliteration. Stood still is stood still to smile. Yes, yes, yes is repeated, alliteration. Then through dear, T sound is repeated, through dear. And then once again, alliteration, my mother. It is alliteration. Then and the C which appears to have changed less. Changing is the quality of human beings. A C cannot change, but C has been described as changing. So that is why here also it is personification. Okay, and then in the next line there is alliteration. When terribly transient, the T sound is repeated. And finally here also there is transferred epithet. Transferred epithet, transient feat. When the feeling of humans are transferred to a particular epithet, that is adjective, that is called transferred epithet. And feat is a noun, and transient is the feeling of living, feeling of changing. It has been transferred to this word. That's why here it is transferred epithet. Okay, some 20. Okay, and then after there is also the line with levered ease of loss. I have described it is your oxymoron. And then in the last paragraph, in the last line, there is alliteration as yes, yes sound is repeated. So students, this is all about the poem. I hope you understood the concept. If you don't, then please go through the things again and again. Definitely all doubts will be clear. And still, if there is any problem, you can comment in the comment section. I will definitely reply. Thank you. Keep watching.